Good evening. Welcome back to Crochet with Lulu and Friends. They've had their dinner, so you may see an appearance here and there throughout the video. How's everybody doing, and what's the weather like in your area? What have you been working on this week, and do you have plans this weekend? Do you take your crafting with you when you travel or when you go out and about? I have tried that, and I have actually done a few rows here and there, but I have very bad traveling anxiety. I'm not a pleasant person to ride with. So I try to keep my mind occupied, but I've got to where now I'm listening to an audiobook or I'm reading. And that kind of keeps my mind focused. Wanted to show you some of my little amigurumi, or amiguramis, however you say them. The first one I'm very pleased with. I was happy with everything I done except one little thing on the wing. I didn't leave myself enough tail, but I went back in and snipped him down with the thread that I had and pulled it through. So I was able to kind of do that. The second one, we'll all have a laugh with it, but it's okay. That's how I'm learning. But the bee, I'm just so pleased with. His little wings turned out good. The only thing I'm struggling with is how to get the knots back up inside. You know, tell me how you do it. Like the wings. And she was showing how you can come down and come through and then go back up, and then you can knot it and pull the knots back up in, but I couldn't get my knots back up in. So I didn't follow something correctly. I'm not even unhappy with his little face or his little eyes. I thought he turned out really cute. This was by Hooked by Robin, and I love her tutorials. She's very easy to follow. And as with any of them, you can stop them. I pause, you know, between each round, I pause and then go back and hit start again. But I'm really pleased with them. I had it's more like a brown and yellow. But I just thought he turned out so cute. I would like to do some larger ones. My allergies, and then I've been handling yarn. I've been out cutting some on the grass. I don't have a push mower. This one is a manual push mower. So I've been out there doing that, and so now since I've come in, my face is itching. I call that Moe B, M-A-L-B. So that's Moe B. Frog, I've not even named him because he's had some accidents in the pond. He doesn't look well. The body I was okay with. His little googly eyes and his mouth. Well, you'll see. Bless him. He's struggling. He's had some issues. But, yeah, he needs some help. So, I'm trying. You know, that was my goal. My other goal was to learn how to read some patterns, and I am doing fairly well on some patterns, but I really want to learn how to read a pattern because I have so many patterns now that was given to me a couple of weeks ago, and I'm really wanting to do some of the projects. So we'll see. I mean, it will happen, I hope. If not, then, you know, I may just be one of those that has to do. I'm very visual with anything I put together. If they show me a terrible picture of it, I have to look at the finished project. If it's a shelf unit, I got just a simple clothes rack, which kept falling over in the wind. I wanted it for outside to hang my stuff on, because sometimes I don't like to use the dryer, especially in the warm weather. I love the smell of fresh clothing. So I put this clothes rack together, and it was horrible, the instructions. horrible. So I had to look at the finished project and then kind of go from there. Although I think I may have put something on backwards. I don't remember. But yeah, I don't do well with reading instructions and following unless there's a picture. So I'm hoping that I get this learning to read patterns down. But if you got any big plans for the weekend, and if you wonder why my arm's way over here and I'm sitting kind of loblollied, Mickey's right here. He's wanted to be in my armpit or elbow since they've come back in. They've, like I said, they've had their dinner, and the three are over there passed out on beds, and Mickey's over here. I don't really have any plans this weekend, although I have seen some yard sale signs on the corner, so I may talk my son's girlfriend into us going and checking out a few yard sales here and there. Not sure. Not sure. That's really the only thing, and maybe some more work outside. I done this side with the push mower, and it's a manual push mower. It looks like one of those old ones with the round thing that goes around. Round thing that goes around. But I struggle with it because you have to push it, back it up, push it, back it up, push it, because it's not, I don't know if the blades need sharpening or what. But anyways, I done this side and a little bit on that side, and I gave out. I can't do it when they're out, so I had to bring them in. I took the other one out while I was doing it, and she was trying to attack it, and I thought, no, I can't do that. They're gonna have to be in when I do it. So I brought them all in, and then I got out there and done my thing. So like I said, I've got that whole side over here needs doing, and that's good because that just means it's been warm enough for the grass to grow and come in. We've got a spot here that's not growing well, so we're gonna have to tend to that. But that's really the only thing I have planned this whole weekend. I've got my Walmart order coming tonight. I wasn't gonna do it tonight, and I thought, well, I would love to have some strawberries and cream, 0 sugar Dr. Peppers. And then the blackberry. I'm addicted to the blackberry ones, 0 sugar, and they're really good. Now the orange one, I've tried the orange one. I wasn't as fond of it, and then I ordered me some pineapple juice. They're saying now that pineapples are really good for you to eat, and I love pineapples, so I've ordered a tray, a fresh pineapple tray. I'm telling you, my grocery order, and then some 0 sugar pineapple juice. I think if I keep healthier snacks here, I won't be so tempted to go in there and eat stuff that's not healthy. I usually don't buy a lot of junk food, but occasionally here lately I have bought it for taking to the book club to have, and so I'm just going to have to start ordering healthier snacks for the book club because I don't need all that junk. I need lesser things. But I don't really have any plans. There are some more tutorials that I want to watch, and when it was the cutest little stingray, but I don't remember who done it. I'll try to think and link it in the description box, but if not, it was the cutest, just a little flat stingray. It didn't look like it was over that large, so I may try it. I mean, I'm not even going to say anything because I'm not going to jinx myself. The bee was fun. I loved doing the bees, so I'll probably do more of the bees. I know I can do them, and I'll do them in different colors. You know, I may do pink and blue or orange and white. Tennessee volunteer colors is blue and white, and Kentucky Wildcats. The University of Kentucky, I was trying to say the UK, hey UK people, is blue and white, so I may do some of those. I may. But tell me what you store your crafting supplies in. Do you buy, like, that sewing bag that's right there has initially been my book bag since I've been in book club. But the last couple of days I've been putting my safety eyes there in that tray, and then there's 2 smaller trays with the backs. I've been using that to keep that in because I do keep it right here. But I've got to find some sort of box. I would like to have, you know, like a makeup size box, one of the old ones, or a tackle box or something that I can keep all of my little gizmos in it like that, because I don't want them to get a hold of them. They don't know what it is, and they just think it's something to chew on. So I've got, they're in a container, but the container's not very, it doesn't seal real well. And so tell me what I could buy a bunch of the little plastic jars. In fact, I think I had ordered some of the small containers, not knowing what size I was ordering, through Walmart a few months ago. So I may get those out and use those. They're just small. They almost look like a lip balm salve size container. And I saw one little girl on YouTube, and she had an Altoids box. And I thought, oh, that'd be so cute. But still, there again, I would have to keep it in something larger to keep them from fiddling with it, and because they don't know. I mean, you know, they're babies. They don't know. One's snoring over there. And so tell me what you keep your crafting supplies in. Do you have pets that you keep your things away from, or what do you do? My fear is them getting into something. So I'm very careful with where I put my stitch markers. I try to be so careful, and I dropped a stitch marker the other day and I was not happy. Thankfully, I had fed them, and so they were put up at that time. As you know, I have to crate. The mornings I do, I crate them and keep them separate so I know that they've eaten well, because sometimes one will eat more than the other, and so I really try to watch what they eat. So thankfully they were put up, and I found it. I was worried. I thought, well, all I can do is when my son comes in and get the vacuum cleaner, he's got a shop vac, and just start vacuuming the floor. I have the little Shark robot vacuum cleaner, but I don't know that it would have picked that up. It's, you know, those stitch markers are so tiny. And this was a little metal one with a very sharp point on it. So I was nervous, but I found it. I was so thankful. And I'm so careful with them, but for some reason, I thought I had clicked it on my project, but it didn't click. So tell me what you do if you have pets, you know, or children, what you do to keep your things out of the reach of little hands. Like, I could go and buy a bunch of little plastic jars and put things like that in it, but I wanted to keep my safety eyes all together in that tray, because I can look at the sheet and see what size I'm getting. That was the only thing that I was happy about that tray, but the tray is not a very good tray. It could have been just a little taller and seal a little better. And even the backs are not, their little trays are not real good. So let me know, and I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. I think I may have mentioned that we may be getting storms Sunday, so I'm just hoping and praying that it doesn't get bad in our area. You know, it's that time of the year where you can have storms just pop up, and that's what we've had a lot here lately. They weren't even on my app on the phone, and then all at once we had a storm. But anyways, I'm going to get off from here. I'm rambling, and I know you've got better things to do. But pray for the little frog. Pray for the hands that made him. Oh, bless him. I looked at him and I thought, I did something horrible. When I sewed the, you know, you had to sew the top and then sew the top on. And that's where I just completely goofed. They're not even and they're not very well. So I don't think I'll take them off because it was too hard to get it. It was just too hard. I'll have to watch that tutorial again, and I don't remember who done the frog. The bee was hooked by Robin. The little whale that I made the first time was club crochet. And I enjoyed his tutorial, and I really, really enjoyed Hooked by Robin's. And she's got several tutorials of the little creatures. So I'm gonna watch more of her. There's so many cute ones out there. And the problem is can I do them? What will they look like when I do? But have a good weekend, everybody. And I will see you back next time for more flips, flops, and creations. Bye-bye.